The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31. And Moses went and spoke these words to all Israel. And he said unto them, I am 120 years old this day. I can no more go out and come in. And Jehovah hath said unto me, Thou shalt not go over this Jordan. Jehovah thy God, he will go over before thee. He will destroy these nations from before thee, that thou mayest take possession of them. Joshua, he shall go over before thee, as Jehovah hath said. And Jehovah will do to them as he did to Sihon and to Og, the kings of the Amorites, and to their land, whom he destroyed. And when Jehovah giveth them up before you, he shall do to them according to all the commandments which I have commanded you. Be strong and courageous, fear them not, neither be afraid of them. For Jehovah thy God, he it is that goeth with thee. He will not leave thee, nor forsake thee. And Moses called to Joshua, and said to him in the sight of all Israel, Be strong and courageous, for thou must go with this people into the land which Jehovah hath sworn unto their fathers to give them. And thou shalt cause them to inherit it. And Jehovah, he it is that goeth before thee. He will be with thee, he will not leave thee, nor forsake thee. Fear not, neither be dismayed. And Moses wrote this law, and delivered it to the priests, the sons of Levi, who bore the ark of the covenant of Jehovah, and to all the elders of Israel. And Moses commanded them, saying, At the end of every 7 years, at the set time of the year of release, at the Feast of Tabernacles, when all Israel cometh to appear before Jehovah thy God, in the place which he will choose, thou shalt read this law before all Israel in their ears. Gather the people together, the men, and the women, and the children, and thy stranger that is within thy gates, that they may hear, and that they may learn and fear Jehovah your God. And take heed to do all the words of this law, and that their children who do not know it may hear it and learn, that they may fear Jehovah your God, as long as ye live in the land, whereunto ye pass over the Jordan to possess it. And Jehovah said to Moses, Lo, the days are near for thee to die. Call Joshua, and present yourselves at the tent of meeting, that I may give them a charge. And Moses and Joshua went, and presented themselves at the tent of meeting. And Jehovah appeared at the tent in the pillar of cloud, and the pillar of cloud stood over the entrance to the tent. And Jehovah said to Moses, Behold, thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, and this people will rise up, and go a-whoring after the strange gods of the land into which they enter, and will forsake me, and break my covenant which I have made with them. And my anger shall be kindled against them in that day, and I will forsake them, and I will hide my face from them, and they shall be devoured, and many evils and troubles shall befall them, and they will say in that day, Have not these evils befallen me, because my God is not in my midst? And I will entirely hide my face in that day, for all the evils that they have wrought, because they turned unto other gods. And now, write ye this song, and teach it to the children of Israel. Put it in their mouths, that this song may be a witness for me against the children of Israel. For I shall bring them into the land which I swore unto their fathers, which floweth with milk and honey, and they will eat and fill themselves, and wax fat, and will turn unto other gods, and serve them, and despise me, and break my covenant. And it shall come to pass, when many evils and troubles have befallen them, that this song shall testify against them as a witness. For it shall not be forgotten out of the mouths of their seed. For I know their imagination which they are forming already this day, before I bring them into the land which I have sworn unto them. And Moses wrote this song the same day, and taught it to the children of Israel. And Jehovah commanded Joshua the son of Nun, and said, Be strong and courageous, for thou shalt bring the children of Israel into the land which I have sworn unto them, and I will be with thee. And it came to pass, when Moses had ended writing the words of this law in a book, until their conclusion, that Moses commanded the Levites, who bore the ark of the covenant of Jehovah, saying, Take this book of the law, and put it at the side of the ark of the covenant of Jehovah your God, that it may be there for a witness against thee. For I know thy rebellion, and thy stiff neck. Lo, while I am yet alive with you this day, ye have been rebellious against Jehovah. And how much more after my death? Gather to me all the elders of your tribes, and your officers, that I may speak these words in their ears, and take heaven and earth to witness against them. For I know that after my death ye will utterly corrupt yourselves, and will turn aside from the way which I have commanded you, and mischief will befall you at the end of days, because ye do evil in the sight of Jehovah, to provoke him to anger through the work of your hands. And Moses spoke in the ears of the whole congregation of Israel the words of this song until their conclusion.